Only last year, 300 million tons of plastic waste were generated around the world.
I'm here to introduce a groundbreaking technology that recycles the $350 billion worth of clothing we throw away every year in the United States.
The problem is they just figured out that the cost of childcare for their baby Mason is more than their monthly mortgage. Heck, it's even more than they paid for college.
Healthcare is in a global crisis. Superbugs, rising costs, pandemics. We're living in the final glory days of antibiotics. First and second level antibiotics have now failed, and we face the specter of a future where people will once again begin to die from common infections.
The foundation of our modern world, of our industrial world, is steel. Take some iron and add a little carbon, and you get steel. Strong enough and pliable enough to build bridges, railroads, factories, and ships. All destined by the rules of Mother Nature to turn to dust from rust.
So 40 to 50% of all the food that's made on this planet goes to waste. That's a fact we are all familiar with. If you're not, it's a pretty big problem.
Chibueze is a farmer, very hardworking farmer. And every day, Chibueze harvests about 5 baskets of tomatoes. But the moment Chibueze plucks that tomato from that tree, the clock begins to tick. 4 hours into the market day, Alex is running around. There is no storage in the market. He gathers fresh leaves. He covers his tomato. But the clock continues to tick for the tomato. By 6 p.m. that day, Alex is tired. He dumps the tomato and he goes back home. The clock has finished ticking for the tomato.
After a 2 hours drive, I saw a man standing in the middle of nowhere. I couldn't tell what he was selling from 100 meters away. So as I was approaching, I was stopped. His name was Rashid, and he was standing next to his farm. We started talking, and he told me he has been standing there for 8 hours without selling a single jar of his honey.
The trouble is, over the past 20 years, there's been overfishing in Lake Victoria. And today, the little fish is all finished.
The simple act of pouring used cooking oil down the drain is literally and quietly killing people.
Mother Nature is under attack by the very people she feeds every day.
Communism, civil war, poverty destroyed the little things that we had. The communist brutality were unimaginable, where they used to kill villagers and bill the surviving family members for the bullet. I was among many thousands Ethiopian refugees that fled the communism for my life, traveling through most dangerous journey, passing through communist traps to get to northern part of Kenya with the help of Red Cross, where I managed to get into a refugee camp. This refugee camp sat in the middle of a desert filled with a filthy tent as far as an eye can see. It's the most horrible place, as you can imagine. No human should be in a refugee camp. Refugee camp should be in museum where it belongs, not among human families.